Have you ever wondered what it would be like to get paid to work from home? No more lengthy commutes, traffic jams, no annoying, nosy boss looking over your shoulder. Comment down below if you've thought about doing this. In a lot of ways, it kind of sounds like the dream job. But I don't want you to think that there's some sort of easy, free ticket when it comes to working from home and working online. A lot of these jobs sound like they're kind of too good to be true. And a lot of times they are. You either don't end up making a ton of money, or you find yourself doing a skill that's so easy to do that you can be easily replaced. So while you may make decent income for the next couple of years, you might actually end up getting replaced by a robot, or this skill might be outsourced to someone that can do it cheaper. These are all things to keep in mind and to consider. And I didn't want to tread too lightly and go ahead and dive into this without first explaining that, because I do want to make sure that you know about the risks and rewards of working from home. With that said, there is a ton of potential upside to some of these career paths if you take them seriously and focus on just a single skill set, really developing it and perfecting it and finding ways to grow it. The ceiling is kind of limitless. I mean, just think about how many people you can reach online from home on the internet. With that said, it's really what you make of it. If you want just some easy side income here and there, then it definitely makes sense to just jump into one of these easy opportunities that doesn't require a high skill level. But if you're really looking for a career path working from home online, and yes, there are some very serious careers that can make a lot of money doing this, then you got to put in a lot of time and effort up front. But if you really care about it and you really put in the time and you're committed to learning it, you can definitely make a lot of money doing this and use that money to fulfill other financial goals, other dreams that you have. So let's go ahead and hop into this list and look at a wide range of opportunities that allow you to work from home online and can pay you pretty good money. Do you enjoy helping people solve their problems? Well, maybe a job as a customer service representative is right for you. Very well-known companies like Apple, Amazon, and the Hilton are hiring customer service representatives to work online and at home, and they're paying them between $10 and $20 an hour. Now, a lot of these companies prefer that you have a high school diploma to start, and some of them ask that you have a little bit of customer service experience in the past. But sometimes you can get into one of these jobs and kind of just learn it on the go or take some training to get started. Do you ever wonder how much work goes into setting up a website for a professional company? Well, after these companies have done all of the planning, the coding, the graphic designing, and the content creation, these websites then need to be tested to make sure that it's a good user experience online. And right now you can go online and sign up with a couple of online companies to be a website reviewer. You can make between $10 and $40 an hour doing this part-time. You do have to have a couple of things in order to get started. You have to have a MacBook or a Windows computer. Some of these companies want you to have a microphone, and some will also ask that you download a screen recording software. But at the end of the day, most of these things are going to be required for any kind of online work, and it can be a fun part-time gig to make a little extra side cash. As a WordPress developer, you can make between $20 and $90 an hour. Personally, I have a client in Seattle that pays me $85 an hour to make updates to their WordPress website. This is another one of those skills that takes a little bit of time to learn, but honestly, WordPress development is so much easier than any other kind of web development because you don't actually need to know any kind of coding language to do it. And once you get a hang of it, you can go ahead and start charging a decent hourly rate to local businesses that want to update their website and stay consistent going forward. Have you ever wondered what it takes to sell a product on Amazon.com? Well, a lot of companies are wondering the same thing because all of a sudden it has become very difficult for them to sell through traditional retail or through their online stores. So now they're trying to find the answers and conquer this learning curve with selling on Amazon.com, which is where you can come in as an Amazon.com selling consultant. You'll need to learn a few things before you start your Amazon selling consultant business, and one of those is how to list products on Amazon, what it takes to take good pictures of products, write a great description with the right keywords in the title and throughout the description, and how to use Amazon pay-per-click advertising and different forms of advertising to draw in people to an Amazon product listing. And once you've found out how to do this, you can then go out and start acquiring customers to bring in to your Amazon consulting business. You can start your search by looking for products that have been listed on Amazon but aren't selling and don't have a ton of reviews. Then reach out to these companies and pitch them your service. It helps to have a professional email address and even a website as a backdrop with a little bit of testimonial as to why you are a good Amazon consultant. But once you figure out a couple of these steps, you can really build and scale this business tremendously, as the future of e-commerce on Amazon has a lot of room to grow. Do you spend a lot of time on social media, checking out Instagram, Facebook, even Snapchat? Why don't you put those skills that you've learned by surfing those platforms to work for you by becoming a social media manager? Now, there's a couple of ways to approach this. You could start by posting content for companies that want to grow their brand online. Or you could take a more passive approach and just grow the reach of these profiles using a few different strategies that you can learn more about online. Either way, you're helping these businesses grow and reach new customers, and they're willing to pay you for that. Social media managers can make $10,000 to $50,000 a year. It really depends on what type of businesses you're reaching out to and how much value they're gaining from drawing in a new audience. So if a business makes a ton of money on everyone that they pull in, let's say it's a tech recruiting firm and you are pulling in new potential job applicants, then you can charge a ton of money for that. But if you pick up, let's say, a local restaurant and their average meal costs only $10, you can still charge them a decent amount, but you're not going to be able to make as much money through that customer. As a virtual assistant, you can make easily between $15 and $60 per hour. It all depends on what companies you become a virtual assistant for and what exactly the tasks are that you're going to be doing. As a virtual assistant, it definitely helps to be local and live in the United States if you want to be assisting United States companies. And you can demand a little bit higher wage if you are local and you're fluent in English as a native speaker. As a blogger, you could potentially make between $2,000 and $10,000 a month just by running a blog. And the best bloggers make significantly more than that. Now, this takes a lot of work up front, and during this period of time, you're not going to be making much money. You're just going to be creating content and finding that audience. But once you've found a niche and a trend that's growing with a large enough audience that you can gain a very large following, you can start monetizing this in a ton of different ways. You can use AdSense, you can use affiliate programs, you can sell courses, you can sell your own products. You can really do a lot here to start generating a ton of monthly income and find a little bit of financial freedom for yourself. One of the first online businesses that I started working completely from home was a blog about the rideshare industry. Do you like teaching people things and helping others? Well, the online education industry is one of the fastest growing online industries in 2019. You can take advantage of this by creating your own online courses using the Teachable platform, the Udemy platform, or the Thinkific platform. There are a ton of different options. All it takes is a niche that you're really interested in and passionate about, and that you know a little bit about something where you can create an outcome for a course that adds value to someone's life or solves a problem that they might be having. Some of the best, highest paying niches include health, wealth, and relationships. If you can find a niche within one of these categories and start creating an online course, you might be able to make a significant amount of money doing this. The average teachable online course that's generating revenue generates $5,000 in revenue. And there are a ton of courses generating much more than that. Think about how you want to reach your audience. You could go through Instagram, you could go through YouTube, you could go through your own blog, or you could just run Facebook ads to pull people in. There are a ton of different options here to start marketing your online course. Do you enjoy writing and creating content? Well, maybe becoming a freelance writer is the right work-at-home career path for you. One of my favorite platforms to start marketing yourself as a freelance writer is Upwork. And some of the better freelance writers are making between $40,000 and $50,000 a year, even more than that sometimes. It helps to have some credentials and some past pieces of work to put on display. So if you've written anything recently or in the past years, you can go ahead and put that on a resume of sorts to start finding some clients for your freelance writing job. Do you like teaching people, but you don't want to go through all the effort to develop an online course and start marketing that online course? Then try becoming an online tutor and find a student that needs help in a subject that you know a little bit about. It definitely helps to have past teaching experience, but any knowledge in a certain subject matter is a good leg up to go ahead and get started as an online tutor. Did talking about selling online through Amazon get you excited and ready to go? But maybe you want even more hands-on experience and you want to sell your own products. You can become an Amazon FBA seller by sourcing products from AliExpress, buying in bulk, and then shipping to an Amazon fulfillment center. Now there's a lot of fees to keep in mind when you start doing this. You have to pay $40 a month to become an Amazon seller. You then have to buy the product in bulk, which can cost a lot of money, and have it shipped to an Amazon warehouse. You then have to pay Amazon FBA fees, which include product storage fees every month and shipment fees to your customer. There's also a referral fee that averages about 15% when your product is sold through Amazon.com. But once you get this set up and you have a product that ranks on Amazon.com, it becomes fairly automated passive income for you. It's a lot of legwork up front, but if you become successful in this, you can make a lot of money and kind of just sit back and relax from home if you want, or maybe go on a trip. Are you the creative type? Do you like designing things? Have you thought about becoming a graphic designer? Experience in Photoshop, Illustrator, or Adobe Creative Suite are definitely a plus. And if you have a lot of experience as a graphic designer, you can make between $20 and $200 an hour at this profession working online from home. There are a lot of different ways to go ahead and start marketing yourself as a graphic designer. One of the easiest ways to get started are to list yourself as a freelance designer on Upwork. You can also use Crowdspring to go ahead and list yourself as a logo designer if you'd rather take that route. As a virtual bookkeeper, you can start making between $25 and $80 an hour working online from home and recording the financial transactions that small businesses need to keep on a day-to-day basis. There are people who have gotten into this career field without past experience, and while it always helps to have experience in something like this, there are people who have gotten started in this career field without past experience as a bookkeeper. And it's definitely something that you can dive into if you're passionate about numbers and like keeping things clean and organized, though it always helps to have past experience that's relevant to your career, even in the online at-home industries. Do you wonder how much money I'm making as you watch this video on YouTube? I started this YouTube channel just 5 or 6 months ago, and I've been doing it very part-time. Now, it did take a ton of legwork up front of making videos when not many people were watching, but now that it's been going for a while, I expect to make between $3,000 and $4,000 this month just from YouTube. That's partly made up of my ad revenue from YouTube and also made up from affiliate commissions from rideshare programs that I referred drivers to. The ceiling is very high for YouTubers. Some of the best make a ton of money just creating videos online. But the floor is also very low. There's a lot of YouTubers that never end up even getting to 1,000 subscribers, which is required to monetize your channel through the YouTube ad platform. Affiliate marketing is another personal favorite of mine. This requires that you're a bit of a self-starter because there's no companies that are hiring affiliate marketers to work from home, at least that I know of right now. There may be some out there. You can get started in this just by reviewing products that you think are cool. Find a trending niche with high ticket items or items with recurring sales where you sign someone up for a subscription and get paid a percentage of that every month. I have another channel which deals entirely with e-commerce, and I've been working on that on the side. I found that a lot of Shopify apps have affiliate programs and not a lot of people reviewing them. I love to review these apps because it doesn't cost me any money to download most of the time. I can use their free plan to test them out and create a review. So I don't have to pay anything up front, and then I'm generating money from the views on those YouTube videos and also from the affiliate commissions when someone buys one of those products or signs up for the app and pays a recurring monthly fee. Now, you may have noticed that some of these opportunities are through companies that are hiring people to work from home today that you can get started in with relatively low experience. As I mentioned earlier, these opportunities aren't going to be long-term careers because if they don't require a high skill level, you can easily be replaced, potentially even by a robot. Some of these other work from home online jobs require that you learn a skill and market that skill yourself. Now that can be really hard and sound very intimidating, but once you learn how to market yourself on the right platforms, how to present yourself professionally, and how to demand a high price, it can be very validating and very rewarding as an online career choice. Now there's a couple other bonus online jobs that I wanted to throw in because they're somewhat from home, but you do actually have to leave the house as well. A very cool online idea that actually requires you to leave your house a little bit is retail arbitrage. And you can do this with an eBay account and just by scrolling through websites of stores that offer cool things at good prices. Walmart is a good one. If you find a product at a good enough price on walmart.com, you can pull that listing and put it straight on eBay. Then when someone buys that product through eBay, you then go out and buy the product from Walmart and ship it to your customer. Now you're going to want to make sure that you mark up this product enough so that you have cushion for that 10% referral fee on eBay and also any shipping costs, which you're either offering to pay for yourself or you're passing on to the customer. Just keep in mind which method you're using and how you're going to pay for those. Another bonus opportunity that I want to list here is thrifting at garage sales, thrift stores, and estate sales. Now obviously you got to leave your house to go ahead and thrift, but once you find these products, you can market and advertise them online for selling through Craigslist, eBay, even through an Amazon FBA account. Now I decided to add it as a bonus because yes, you do have to leave your house, but if you're spending so much time working from home, you might end up getting a little bit of cabin fever and wanting to get out. This is a really fun hobby that does involve some at-home work, some online work, but also lets you get out and interact with people a little bit and make sure you're still living your best life. If you have tried any of these, go ahead and leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear about your experience. And if you have any other online work at home opportunities that you think are cool or that you have tried, go ahead and list those. And go ahead and subscribe to the channel for more awesome side hustle updates, working online, ride sharing, the gig economy, personal finance, literally everything that makes you money and also can be fun to learn about.